Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Ivy, your lovely spider host, and today we're starting off the Christmas videos. Round 'em up, cowboy, because we gotta get these Christmas videos out. I'm doing 3 Christmas videos this year because that's basically how the schedule works. I post every other week. So, most people are like, how many Christmas videos are we gonna get this year? It's gonna be 3. It's gonna be 3, little goobers. So yeah, it's been a while since we recorded, so I'm a little rusty, but, basically I got this done. I was so I wouldn't say I was miserable, but I was like, oh my god, get this over with, I want to work on other art. I've seen so much art that I'm inspired by that I just want to, give me, like, I want to work on other art, but I need to get this video done, because I'm falling behind, and, yeah, so we're doing the Santa's Reindeer video today, because I do that every year, and it's completely inspired by Savannah Alexandra art. She's the one who originally, I saw do this, and I wanted to do my own version of it, and I got her permission to, and she's very sweet and wonderful and has lovely art, and I love all her vintage pinup art. It's really cool, it's very neat. 10 out of 10 art, scrumptious. Let's go, gotta get this video. So let's begin. So, I had sketched all these little reindeer peeps out, all these little lovely reindeer ladies, and it took me a while to kind of sketch them out and everything and get the size right, and so every time I would sketch a new thing, I'd have the other one on a less opaque layer, trying to kind of get the size of the head and body a little more even and proportionate to the other ones, so the one isn't too big and one isn't too small. That's basically what I was doing, and it was just nice sketching all these. I feel like my new favorite phase of working on art is sketching everything, because sketching is just so nice, and I'm like, yeah, this is so wonderful. I feel like a lot of people's favorite a lot of people's favorite part of art is sketching, because sometimes line art is miserable, sometimes coloring is miserable, and sometimes people are just like, I just want to go back to the sketching days where I just sketch things out and it looks wonderful on the first try. And sometimes that's me, but I ended up doing okay with these. I was very happy with how they turned out. It just took me a little bit, and yeah, I like sketching all these pretty ladies, because I have a case of the big gay. You guys all know this, that I'm very gay. I'm a lesbian. I love woman, and usually when it comes to drawing pinups and stuff, I'm like, yeah, this is wonderful. I love doing this. This is my favorite part of arting, and that's just how I live sometimes. I'm a goblin. I'm a little gay goblin. I'm the grumpy little troll that was under the bridge from Dora. Just very gay. Anyways, for the most part, I wanted to draw some little body diversity, some different textured hair and stuff, have a little fun with it, and I enjoyed doing all of this because it's my favorite thing to do at the end of the year, or towards the end of the year, because it's a little hey, this is how my art has improved over the past couple of years, and seeing the comparison is kind of crazy. But yeah, now I'm getting onto the line art, and I guess why I'm doing line art and stuff, because I don't know how to explain this, but I was looking at Hades art, and I'm I really like some of the black detail, where they add a little shading with the black detail. I'm I want to do that. I don't know why I did this only for this piece. I don't know if that's going to be a new part of my art, but I know that this is a part of the art for the pinups this year, so you're gonna have to deal with it. But definitely when it came to drawing all of these, every time I draw some of the reindeer gals at the end of the year every year, I feel like I have to explain myself, because most people are like, why are you doing Santa's reindeer? Isn't there other Christmas stuff you can do? I'm like, yes, of course, but I have to feed my inner child. Christmas time is a very nostalgic and happy time for me. Not everybody has a nostalgic and happy time around Christmas, there's seasonal depression stuff. My seasonal depression is in spring, not straight up in Christmas time. Christmas time is a very happy, nostalgic time for me, and it makes me feel happy and cozy and warm, and it's cold outside, and everything's wonderful, and so I like to go back to these reindeer every year, because there's a part of me that I must admit I must confess to my cringe. I was a horse girl as a kid, and so, the closest thing to horses around Christmas time was Santa's reindeer. And so I would watch Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer every year. I probably know that movie word for word. I know all the songs. I am a cringe little weirdo that liked reindeer around Christmas time. And it was because I was a horse girl at heart, and I'm like, the closest thing to horses at this time of year is reindeer. And so I like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I would get every single toy from Justice, because like Justice would release these little like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer toys, and I was like, I want Clarice, I want Rudolph, and I'm gonna make them kiss because I'm a little weirdo. And that was my life around Christmas time. I watched Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer nonstop. Sometimes other Christmas movies, because of course I had to watch other Christmas movies. But primarily Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And basically, I'm feeding my inner child by making these reindeer pinups, because it's like it's feeding into my weird deer phase around Christmas, like my weird Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer phase around Christmas that I had as a child. Like, I think even one year for Halloween, I dressed up as Rudolph and I handed out candy because I was sick and I didn't want to go door to door getting other people sick. But I handed out candy to some people, and that was probably not a good idea, because I was like, I don't want to go trick or treat. I don't know, I was weird. But my brother took a bag to get candy for me, and I was just handing out candy at the door, and I had a Rudolph nose on to cover my nose, even though that thing's probably icky and yucky and disgusting because I was sick when I had it. And I put on antlers, and everybody's like, what are you? And I'm like, I'm Rudolph for Halloween, and everybody's like, okay. And that was just me. I had so many cringe phases, and sometimes my brother's like, I'm surprised you didn't end up being a furry, and I'm like, furries aren't cringe. I mean, there's some parts where it's like, okay, that's teetering, but I don't think furries are cringe. I think some people just delegate them to being cringe because they're happy and they're living their best life dressing up as their personas, and I'm like, I don't think that's cringe. I think if you, people just find being happy, doing what you like, being cringe. And I say, screw you, like, let people be happy and cringe. And it's like, you must be so sad and miserable that you think everybody else who's happy and enjoying life is cringe. And I'm like, I don't know how people live that way. Like, be cringe, be happy, like what you like, do what you want. Unless it's illegal. Like, don't like illegal stuff. Don't do things that are illegal. Like, that's where I cross the line. That's the big border. Like what you like, just don't do anything illegal. That's all I ask. But yeah, for the most part, like, my brother's like, I'm surprised he didn't end up being a furry with how, like, you, like, warrior cats and Homestuck and being a little weird horse girl, and I'm like, don't remind me. Don't remind me of my cringe faces. I already know them. I know them way too well. I know myself too well. I don't want to be thinking about that. But basically, that's my story, and, like, how I do this every year. I'm feeding my inner child, and I'm like, I gotta nurture my inner child and make them happy. And I gotta do this every year because my inner child's like craving the little reindeer phase, and I'm like, okay. I'll feed you, inner child. I'll feed you, little tiny Ivy. I don't know what more you want from me, but I'll feed you the inner child by drawing this cute reindeer lady every year. And that's essentially what I did. That's why I make these videos every year, and everybody's now learning the lore, the Ivy lore. I eventually changed all these backgrounds, by the way, because I'm like, I feel like they're too plain, and I add trees and stuff, and it looks better. But yeah, there's your Ivy lore. There's your deep-rooted Ivy lore. And my friend Lynx actually cut me deep with one, because like we bully each other and we insult each other, and like we do this thing, and they brought up my horse girl face, and they were like, you probably smell like a horse girl's belly button, and I'm like, why? Why do you have to do that to me? Why you gotta sting deep within my soul? Because you know I was a horse girl. Why'd you have to cut that deep? And they're like, because we were bullying each other, and I'm like, no. But yeah, I don't know, I had so many cringe phases, but I'm okay with them. I was a happy child back then, and then I was miserable for a good while, a good chunk within there. I don't know, I would rather be happy and cringe and free and doing whatever the f I want, rather than being miserable, depressed, and very sad and lonely, cause like, that was me for a majority of middle school and high school, because straight up, I went through some serious trauma. I needed therapy for that. Like, literally, I feel like I left high school sophomore year, cause like, I left high school sophomore year. I was gonna go to a new high school junior year, and straight up, I was like, I can't do this, it's too much for me, and I went to online school. And I feel like I left that high school and I was like, goodbye everyone, I remember you all in therapy, like Plankton did in that one episode of SpongeBob, before screaming and then teleporting back in time. Or teleporting back to his regular life. I was like, I don't know, that's what it reminds me of. I had to have some serious therapy for a while because so much of what people did to me in high school and middle school really messed me up for a long time. And so, being happy and cringe and being the little weirdo I am today, I'm okay with that. So, like, I hope that my cringeness can teach you guys to be happy and cringe all you'd like to be and not care what other people think. It's like, that's important. Because, like, people who are like, ew, you're weird, you're cringe, like, congratulations, you're a crappy person who's shitting on people's happiness, like, what makes you so sad and miserable to do that to other people? It's like, basically stick it to the mean people. Stick it to the mean people. Be cringe. Be cringe. I influence you to be cringe. This video has gotten off to a weird rambly area where I'm just rambling about being cringe and stuff, and that's okay. But I'm getting all these lovely little reindeer peeps all finished and stuff. Cupid was actually one of the fan favorites from last year. Like, my friend Starry was like, I really love her hair, and I'm like, I'm bringing her back next year. She's gonna have lovely little hair, and she's gonna be pretty and beautiful and awesome. And basically, I wanted to make like a lot more like POC characters because I don't know. The only difficulty for me is like drawing the hair. And so I'm getting used to drawing the hair and stuff by making more POC characters and stuff. And generally, like, I'm getting better at it, and I feel a lot better about it. I've used brushes by Dahlia. She has like an Instagram and stuff. She makes brushes for like textured hair and stuff, and it's given me practice to kind of like do it in my style. And I've had a lot of fun doing it. And I'm learning from my friends and stuff, and they're like, we're always willing to help because POC inclusivity is wonderful and nice. And basically that's what I was like working on and stuff. It was just a little difficult for me because I was like, I don't know where to start with the hair because I feel like I do it wrong. And my friends were helping me, and I'm like, thank you, Starry. And that was like my first and foremost concern because I didn't want to mess up the hair. Because textured hair is a lot more intricate and a lot more like fine tuned to draw. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like, it's a lot more, like, a lot of people find it difficult to draw. I don't want to find it difficult to draw. I want to learn how to draw it so it's not difficult to me. Like, I want to be able to do it where it looks nice, it looks cohesive, you know, it's a POC character, they have textured hair and stuff. That's basically what I wanted to do. And, when I started doing it, like, Starry was like, you're doing such a good job, and I'm like, thank you. So, I've been doing it a lot more. I'm very happy with how it's going. And, never give up on trying to be inclusive. So, I definitely, like doing these every year because I like improving and maybe making new character designs for them every year. Maybe tweaking some things here and there. Like, I liked tweaking Dasher this year. I tweaked a lot of things about different characters this year, like I did with Dancer. Dancer last year, like, you can tell how I've improved a little bit on the POC hair. So I didn't know what I wanted to do with her hair last year. I might put a picture up right here, but you can tell I was real struggling. I was like, I don't know what to do. And so doing it this year, I definitely went for the afro and stuff, and it looked really nice, and I did my best. It's just, with my style, I don't do like straight up like individual like strands of hair, if that makes sense. I do like little clumps of hair, and then like little spindlies that go off it, like little strands that you can kind of see, but not straight up like individual like curly like strands of hair. Like it's hard for me to explain, but like I had to figure out a way to do it in my style, and I eventually did, and I'm very happy with how it's going now. So I tried my best. I hope it's somewhat of an improvement from last year, because I'm working on it. And my friends are helping me with it, so I'm doing my best, and I am learning from, you know, Brushes by Vidalia and stuff. I'm trying, I'm using the brushes, and I'm kind of getting an idea on how to do it and stuff. And yeah, so for the most part, we're on the last reindeer. Yippee! I've been talking for a while. I've been talking for almost 15 minutes, and I'm out of breath. My acid reflux kicking in. I need to take my medicine. And for the most part, I'm very happy with how all these lovely ladies turned out this year. They ended up being very beautiful, very pretty, and they're so lovely and wonderful. And I love doing these every year because it makes me so happy. It feeds the happiness in my soul. So for the most part, the video is done. Let's get into the lovely, lovely reveals. So I hope as the start of Christmas season begins, we all are doing well, we're doing wonderful. Even if you don't celebrate Christmas, even if you celebrate like Hanukkah or a different holiday like Yule and stuff, I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful time. You're doing wonderfully, and you're having a very happy holiday season. You're doing okay, you're doing wonderful. For the most part, that's really what I gotta say. I wish everybody happy holidays, happy Yuletide, all that stuff. I don't know what to say. I'm out of breath. My brain is scrambled. It's a scrambled egg right now. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!